Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ella and I'm a sophomore at Princeton. And today I'm going to be doing something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I'm really excited. I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on a photo shoot. So today's shoot is with Expressions Dance Company, which is a student-run dance company on campus. And I'm a member of their production team. I do their photos for pretty much all their publicity. So today we're shooting for their upcoming show in December, which has the theme noir. So all the photos are going to be black and white, and we're shooting at the lighting studio on campus at the Arts Center. And I think it's gonna be really fun. They have a lot of dancers and a lot of talent, so it's gonna be awesome. And it's always really fun to shoot with dancers because when it comes to like poses and stuff, they just have a lot of ideas and are really good at it. So it's gonna be fun. So I thought I would show you guys what I do before a shoot, during a shoot, and after a shoot. It's kind of a big process, and the prep is a big part of it for sure. So leading up to the shoot, we've been planning and meeting as a production team to finalize props and where we're gonna be shooting, which is the lighting studio. And we made a list of which dancers are gonna go when, so we can like be organized about it and not have a bunch of people just waiting around all day. The shoot's probably gonna be about 5 hours, I'd say, because they have around 40 dancers, I believe. So it's gonna be a pretty long day, but not everyone's gonna be there at the same time. So before a shoot, I make sure I know when I'm supposed to be there, obviously, and what they're expecting from me, but I also make sure that all my gear is ready. I would just show you guys how I get my gear ready and how I organize my bag and any other prep that I do, and then we'll head over to the shoot. So one of the most important things, obviously, is that your camera is charged and ready. So I shoot with the Sony A7 Mark III. It is a full frame mirrorless camera. It's awesome. I love it. It's perfect for like this kind of shoot. It's very fast. It can handle a lot of photos. It's just like super reliable. It's mirrorless. Let me know if you guys want me to make a video about this camera because I have a lot of information about it. I love it. I've been using it for a long time and it's just great. So before the shoot, I just make sure that my camera is charged and that I have my strap and that I have the right lenses in my lens kit. Today I'm probably going to be shooting mostly with my 35mm from Sigma. It's an f1.4. It's a really great lens, probably my favorite lens ever. I love it. Super versatile. And then if I need to do something more close up with like portrait style where it's more like a headshot, I have other lenses that I can use. So in my camera bag, which is just a backpack, I have all my lenses, SD cards, and pretty much anything I need in case something goes wrong. Within my camera bag, I have a f1.8 50mm lens. I have a f1.8 85mm lens. I have the kit lens that my camera came with, which I believe is f3.5 28-70. And I have a microphone, which I just bring in case we're doing video, which I don't think we are today. I have some extra cords. I have 2 containers of extra SD cards and hard drive. And then I have these external lens pieces, but I probably won't use these because they're mostly for when you're in direct light and sunlight, which today we won't be because we'll be inside. And the last thing I have is a flash, which is probably not going to be in use today, but always a good thing to have just in case. So that is pretty much what is in my camera bag. Pretty straightforward and pretty much always the same. So I have a pretty solidified mental checklist when it comes to prepping for a shoot, and I can just kind of be like, okay, do I have, you know, the things that I need? And when I do, ready to go, zip up my bag, and I can head over to the shoot. Just showing the notoriously horrible setup.
What if you flip them? Go into it. What if you like make it so your arms are like less ballet and more like? No, I can't.
Tilt your head back a little.
I would borrow that top. Oh, yeah. For mine. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah. I would thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Okay, so.
Is that like, that's
Good.
wow.
Okay, watch that hand. There you go. There you go.
Oh, sorry.
So also, it doesn't need, you don't need to round it more, I don't think. That was good. Let's do like maybe some of your hands. So, on, do you want to see with your hair? How do you do this? Yeah, so, thank you. Okay, no, that's good. So just turn and so you're facing this way. It's this side, right? Yes. Okay, so it's more. And then you're gonna like go like this. Yeah. You're gonna like move your hair. So, but like kind of look at me. There you go. Yeah, I just want your hand up. Perfect. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah. Perfect. Good. Amazing. Yeah. Other ways, like in your head. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow.
Okay, and then look back. There, perfect. Yes. Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. What's your? Oh wait, now we're ready to go. Hi, I look destroyed, mildly, but yes, we just got back from the shoot. Sorry, I'm a little exhausted. But when I get back from the shoot, I always try to upload the photos as soon as possible so that the dancers can start looking through them and picking the ones they want. So I'm going to put my SD card into my computer and I'm going to create a Google Drive. And then the way that I do it with Expressions is I'll upload all the photos to a Google Drive, which takes a while just because there's a lot. And then once they're all uploaded, I create a spreadsheet and they give me the file name of the file that they want me to edit, and they can leave any notes in the spreadsheet about like, can you remove this blemish from my face or something like that. And then I will choose all the photos. I will look at their selections and their notes and I will edit, and then I will upload to a separate folder with all their finished photos, and then sometimes I help them make the posters as well. I just got all the photos on my computer and let's see how many there are. 1,558 photos, which is actually not horrible. There's been more in the past. I'm gonna create a folder for them called Expressions Fall 2021, and this is in Google Drive. And then I'll show you guys. So here is the folder that I created, and then I'm gonna take the 1,158 photos and drag them into the folder. If it's gonna load, it might take a while to do this. There we go. So drop, there we go. So now it will start the upload process, which will probably take like 4 or 5 hours to upload because it's 80 gigabytes of photos. So it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. But once they're all uploaded, then they can begin their process and then I can start my job again. So yeah, that's how it goes. It's kind of crazy, it's a lot. But the photo shoot was really great, and I hope that the clips I took are like helpful so you guys can see how it works, but it was really fun. Hello guys, and welcome back. It's been a minute since I filmed. Also, disaster behind me of a mess of our room because it's the mid-semester slump. But anyway, over the past couple days, over the past week, I've been working with Expressions. They got their photo selects in, so I was able to edit the photos that they wanted, and I actually just finished. So I thought I would show you guys how the whole process worked, and then I can break it down how I edited one of the photos so you guys can see like the process. So first things first, I create a Google Drive with a separate folder for every single dancer. And first I just start by uploading all the photos into the Google Drive, and then actually the production team and Expressions helped by sorting them into these separate folders. So then within each of these folders, like let's click on Campbell, we have all of her photos from the shoot. So then she was able to go in here and pick the ones she wanted. Then once she knew which ones she wanted, she was gonna pick one headshot and 2 dance shots. She copy and pasted this into a photo spreadsheet. In the photo spreadsheet, I have every single dancer's dance shot 1, dance shot 2, and headshot. And then they were able to leave any notes that they needed over on the side as well. And then they also marked which one they wanted for the poster, so that the rest of the production team can create those posters for them. So that's kind of like the basis of how we set it up. So then when it comes time for me to edit, once all their selects are in, I'm able to copy and paste Campbell's choice, bring it over here, Command F, and find it, and download it from here. And then once it's downloaded, I open up my lovely desktop and I go and I create a folder called Expressions, and I have all of the dancers here as well. So within Campbell's folder, she has her 3 photos that she selected. And then I was able to import all of these separate folders into Lightroom. And it's 3.9 gigabytes rather than the like 100 gigabytes that the 1,700 photos I took would have taken up if I imported that all into Lightroom. So this just makes it much faster because Lightroom doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting, and instead I'm only importing the photos that I'm actually gonna edit. So then we open up Lightroom. Okay, so once Lightroom is open, I import the photos and I'll see them in my recently added selection, and then I create a folder so that they're all in one spot. In case I add some later, I can have them all in the same spot. So then I made sure I understood exactly what they wanted, and I started editing. So for this photo, this is a good example of really having to alter a photo once I get it. I know that for these photos, they're gonna be using them mostly for posters, and so we're gonna wanna keep that really long aspect, and we're not gonna wanna crop. We also wanna get her full body in this because obviously it's like the full kick. We want this foot, we want a little space below it, we want this foot, we want a little bit more space above it to really accentuate. We wanna get space on both sides. We really wanna like see her movement. This is the original photo. So we've got light interference, we've got the backdrop, like up here, there's just this huge space. We've got shadows, we've got like a bunch of different things going on, and we need to make it black and white and fix the lighting on her face. So in order to do that, I made it black and white by copy and pasting an edit from a different photo. Okay, so now we're back to the original photo. So in order to edit this photo, there's a couple things I'm gonna do. First, I'm just gonna do an initial crop because that always kind of makes me realize what I'm working with, and then I can make any alterations without having to crop after. So we know that we want her to be within this central frame, so we're gonna crop it in and up a little bit and set that. I'm gonna hop over to another black and white photo, copy it, and paste it on. So now we see that the lighting on her face is a little bit dark and that we're just losing some information like on her pant here. So I'm gonna lighten up the exposure, and I'm also gonna decrease the shadows just so we're getting the full like texture of her pant because she has really cool pants on. Wanna make sure we're getting all that information, but we can also still get some shadow. So we just wanna make sure that we're getting as much information as we can. So then once we're done with that, the next big thing is gonna be fixing this thing at the top, because obviously we're gonna want the whole thing to be white. So I'm actually realizing now that I can probably bring this down more because I don't need all that information at the top. I think I just want it to be like that. That looks good. I realized I totally left too much room at the top, but that's okay. So now we're gonna use the Band-Aid tool to cut out this at the top, use different information to cover it up. So the Band-Aid tool is basically recognizing something you want to cover, and then you get to choose what you want to cover it with based on what's already in your photo. So it's a really great way to like cover up blemishes or something small on the face, but it's also a great way to do something drastic like this where you're fully like altering the photo. So once it's pretty much good, where we're getting like most of it blocked out, I'm gonna switch over to the mask tool and I'm gonna use a brush. So I'm just gonna hit B to create a brush, and I'm gonna make sure I can see the whole image. I can change my brush size, and I'm gonna turn up the exposure all the way. So one great thing about working with black and white is you're working with black and white. So in order to get something white, you just turn up the exposure. So then I'm just gonna go around the whole photo, and I'm gonna just make sure that all the side area is totally white. Also, halfway through this shoot, the backdrop actually fell and then got wrinkled. So I'm making sure that that we're not like getting any wrinkles on the background, that we're just getting like a nice seamless background. Nothing's distracting from her because we want all the attention on her and not on any blemishes in the back of the thing. Looks great. So now that we've made it this far, let's see how we did in comparison. So it's very similar to the photo I edited previously, and I thought I would just show you guys some of my other favorite shots from the shoot. It was such a great shoot, so fun to work with these guys. I feel so lucky to get to shoot dancers. It's so fun. They're very photogenic and have very fun poses and fun costumes and just very fun. So then once I'm done with all the photos and they're all ready, they're all in poster format, they're ready to go, I can export them. So I just hit Command A, select all the files in the folder that I already made, and I export them. And when I export a large JPEG because for these we definitely want 100% quality so they can make big prints if they want to. And the files will be a little bigger, but it's a sacrifice that you have to make when you want the really good quality. I make a separate folder within my expressions folder on my desktop, and I have all the edited photos here, and then I just import that into the Google Drive, into a folder called edits. And I always put an A in front of it so it just hops it to the top of the alphabetical order so that when the dancers come in, it's the first thing they see in this. So that is the process. I know that was like a ton of information and it was kind of fast and maybe a little boring. I hope not boring. I hope that that was helpful for what you're interested in. If you have any like more specific questions, I know I kind of like blazed through some of that stuff. So if you want to see like me edit a color photo or different kinds of editing, feel free to ask. I can make videos about that or how I edit my YouTube videos as well. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making this video. It was really fun to work with expressions as always. And yeah, it's just always so fun to work with dancers as a photographer. So thank you for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.